Yeah. Oh my. That's just water. It's just water. I only drink water from the sea world. The sea world. We only drink water, and that water is responsible. That water is responsible for this bulk. Yes, it turns out that your muscle is actually 75% water. So if you're not drinking water, then you're losing muscle. Simple as that. And if you're a lady and you think, I don't need muscles. I'm a chick. I'm a pretty chick. I don't need muscles, man. Muscles are for dudes. No, you got muscle, and that muscle is the muscle that enables you to even smile. Yeah, your face is full of muscles. So you need water. Water is not only for us from the sea world. It's quite unfortunate that humans have messed up our environment, man. The sea world is fucked up. Yeah, the sea world is not as beautiful as it used to be when my grandparents were swimming all over the place, enjoying the freshness. Man, it's now very toxic thanks to human beings. Our sea world, where I come from, is now fucked up. My name is Jim Cow. You can call me Coleman, you can call me Coach Coleman, you can call me Fitness Journalist, you can call me Coach. Waweza kuniita mwalimu wa mazoezi. Yeah, mwalimu wa mazoezi sounds good. So call me mwalimu wa mazoezi, or strength and conditioning coach. But I prefer that you just call me Coach. So before we get into the gist of the matter, pain. We're talking about pain today, and I'll be showing you a few clips of my students. I'll be showing a clip of myself later on to try and illustrate this point that I'm trying to drive home. This painful point. Enough about that. Now, check out my background. Beautiful pieces on display. Beautiful art pieces from a couple of artists. Two actually. One of them is me. Yes. In my free time, I like to paint. I like to find a nice, quiet environment, serene, and just meditate and transfer my thoughts onto a piece of canvas using paint. So that's what I like to do in my free time. So this is Bob Marley. This is almost 1 meter and 60 centimeters. So it's quite a big piece. So if you like what you're seeing here, two beautiful ladies in the back, there's a Maasai warrior, there's a Spartan warrior. If you like what you're seeing, there's one, I think is English, one Englishman, my neighbor, and he likes flying over. When I'm doing a cast, he likes just making noise, man, with his plane of his. Yeah, he has acres of, he grows a couple of stuff. He grows sunflowers, he grows canola flowers. Yeah, he exports that to the UK. So I think he's the one, just taking off. But enough about my neighbors with jets, private jets. So yeah, art pieces. You can get down in the comment section. You can holler at me. You can get into my inbox. Make a bid. Very cheap pieces, by the way, affordable, but very high quality. This is canvas. This is acrylic paint. So some of you will be like, who the fuck is this? What the fuck is this guy up in our asses, up in our screens? What the fuck is this guy trying to tell us? So I'm here to tell you one or two things about fitness, because I think I'm well placed to tell you these particular things that I want to tell you about fitness. Now, two reasons. No, just one reason, because why I'm well placed to talk about fitness, and you are well placed to sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. So I'm a 90s kid, and all 90s kids, but now I'm in my early 30s, and almost half my entire life. So that is, in fact, more than half, because half will be actually 15 years. So it is in fact 18 years. That in 18 years of my life, I have spent that time playing one of the most brutal sports in the entire world. And I know we'll get into an argument which is the most brutal sport in the entire world. I've not done the research that well, but from the little knowledge that I've gained here and there, I'll put MMA, mixed martial arts, up there. Then there's boxing, and then there's rugby, or Greco-Roman wrestling could also feature in the top 5. But I can say without fear of contradiction, without fear of being burnt alive, that in fact rugby should feature in the top 3 of the most brutal sports in the world. So I've played that particular sport for quite a long time, and some of you will argue that these guys has not played professional rugby. Okay, before I get into that, let me drink some of this. It's just water, because us guys from SeaWorld, we only drink water, and it's quite unfortunate that the human beings have messed up our environment. The water that we are living in, the same water that we are drinking, the same water that we are swimming in, is now polluted to very serious extents. Now our SeaWorld is polluted, and that's why I cannot grow bigger than this. It's because the water I'm living in is polluted. Anyway, for 18 years I've been playing rugby. I've not been playing professional rugby. I've been playing amateur, semi-professional amateur. I got paid because of playing the sport, so I can call it semi-professional, so not fully pro. But I want to say this: regardless of the fact that I've been playing amateur rugby for 18 years, does not negate the fact that my body has gone through some serious battering over the years. The training that has gone into it, the game conditioning that has gone into it for 18 years, cannot be taken for granted. Yeah, I think I should start preaching now. Yeah, it cannot be taken for granted. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that during these 18 years, I've been playing in a position that is very crucial and has responsibility and has the most pressure. The position of hooker. If you are not aware about the dynamics of the rugby game, let me show you what a hooker does in the game of rugby. So he does this first, the line out, and he also sets up the scrummage, and this is what a scrummage is. Take a look. So that is the hooker. Hapo katikati, in the center, in the very center of this scrum of the opposing and the attacking team, we have hookers who are going head to head with each other. Their hands are bound to their partners, their front rows, their props, and they are on their feet. Are you getting me? These props have their outside hands free so they can maneuver and grab the opposite front row and engage. The hooker's hands are holding his props on the backside, almost the armpits. And he is engaging with the other team head first. So there are various instances how this could go wrong. The entire pack, the two packs, could collapse inward. Think about it. If you're there, your hands are clutched onto your mitts and you're going head first, and then it collapses. Okay, I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties, but the injuries that hookers have experienced, neck breaks, concussions, almost going out of breath while in the scrum, rib breakages, ankle whatever, snaps, or I don't know how I can call it, shoulder tears, the pectoral tears. The list is endless. The amount of pressure that the hooker goes through in a single day of training scrummages, in a single week of training scrummages and having to play and do the same scrummages again, almost up to 20 scrummages in a single day, in a game day. Group that into months, group that into years, group that into 18 years of having to do that since I was 12 years to 20 to 25, to joining the national team, to having to face the Romans, the Romanians, one of the best scrummaging sides in the entire world, because those guys are built like, they are built for scrummaging, having to go against such guys, having to play against Namibians, having to play against South Africans, having to play against Canadians, having to go to war against the Chinese, the list is endless. I think my body has gone through much pain that you would imagine. So if I sit on this seat and tell you that one or two should be done in order to achieve a particular outcome, then you should listen. Take a look. This is me in 2011. I was a freshman. I was almost, I was 17, I was 18 years, I think, 10 to 11. Around 18, I was a freshman. You get on university. So that is me weighing 79 kilos. And I had to go head to head with guys who weighed 10 kilos over me. That is 89. Guys who weighed 20 kilos over me. That is 99. Guys who weighed 30 kilos over me. That is 109. And guys who weighed 40 kilos over me. Guys like Duncan Mwangi, aka Gashishi. I think I should throw up a picture of Gashishi here. This guy was almost 150 kilos when he was playing, and I remember one day I had tackled and I fell, and he carried the next track, and they all gravitated towards me, and he fell over me, and I swear I had something break, but up to now I don't know what happened. I never got checked, but I've survived to now, so I think I'm okay, but I'm not okay. I'm not okay. So the pressure that I've gone through the years, I think, has culminated to something that I can call beautiful. I've played hookah for 18 years, one of the most crucial, one of the most dependent, and one of the most terrifying positions you could think of playing if you were to start playing rugby today. Don't choose hookah. Please don't choose hookah. I beg you. Try something else. Go play wing. Go play center or something else. Flanker. Lock. If you're tall enough. But hookah, my friend, if you're faint-hearted, if you are a whining piece of shit, if you are a feeble, okay, enough of the name calling, but try something else. Don't try hookah, you'll die. I promise you'll die. Yeah. So that is why I can tell you one or two things about fitness. I've gone through strength training, I've gone through hypertrophy training, endurance training, I've run for kilometers, I've done body weight work, call it burpees, the push-ups, and the piston squats. I've done all that. I've done tests, strength tests, the 3 RMs and the 1 RMs, and all that in a span of almost 20 years. I think that is enough for me to sit here, to sit back, and for you to relax and watch the show. So enough about that. Let me grab something, then I'm back. So, having played the game for quite some time, I've tortured my body to the utmost. I've taken my body to extreme limits. Because I remember one time when we were preparing for a Rugby World Cup qualification tournament. So Kenya Rugby took us to a British, training unit based in Kenya. So I don't know the logistics there. I don't know how the British have a training unit in Kenya, but that aside, so we were here, so we are doing watt bikes. Those guys are picking you from the watt bike straight down to are they burpees, then from there you have a hammer and you're pounding this huge tire. After that, you have your partner on your shoulders. I think I have one picture or two. Yeah, I think this is me. I think that is me carrying Ikambili, Philip Ikambili. Yeah, you guys should check out, by the way, Ikambili's Instagram. He has some some crazy things he's doing there. He's a fitness enthusiast. He calls himself Capra Nubiana. Capra Nubiana, I think so. So check him out. He's a crazy dude, lean and just crazy. So that is me carrying Ikambili. That's a fireman carry round, and just so you know, at that particular time I had a messed up ankle. You know, my ankle was man. I think we've trained in conditions. Your body is battered. You have an injury. Your ankle is in pain. You probably have a few muscles, major muscles in your body banged up, pretty banged up, and you have to train. You have to train, my friend, because if you don't train, you're pushed aside. Somebody else replaces you. You miss that flight to France. You miss that flight to South Africa. It's as simple as that. So you have to train with that with that injury, you know, and you'll have to perform with it. So it was crazy. So pain, guys, you have to go through pain in order to come out of the other side with having achieved your fitness, having achieved your health, having achieved your grades. And this does not just revolve around the gym, that you have to go through pain to find results. Even in the class, you have to go through pain. Yeah, you have to go through pain to get better results. You have to go through pain in your business in order to get results. So this notion, I wouldn't call it notion, but I think it's innate. It's in us. It's in human beings. Okay, in all animals, no one wants to go through pain, but it's something that we have come to realize, that without pain there is no beauty. Without pain there is no life. Without pain there is no beauty in life, you know. Without pain, I couldn't be able to carve out such a Kai greenish peak. Yeah, that is a Kai greenish peak, man. Only pain can produce such. I'm not lying to you, man. So pain is the founding principle of my training method. I call it training method. Yeah, the GYMCOW style. So I'll show you a couple of vids. One is we are just running. We've done hill sprints up to 15 repetitions of almost 70-meter long sprints on the hill. We've done that, so we're just doing a cool down jog, almost a kilometer or maybe 800 meters back to our destination, or rather our starting point. So this is me. I'm cruising. I'm just cruising. Roughly right now I'm 87 kilos, around 87 kilos, 88 kilos.
The body one, the SSC, the bad man. The bad man.
I'll also be showing you a clip. This is a clip of me doing some incline dumbbell curls, just torturing my biceps a bit. I had done a few sets earlier, so this was my last set. doing half reps at the end, squeezing, just trying to squeeze out all the gains, and I can tell you my muscle right there is burning. It's burning like that is hell. There's a little hell in that bicep peak that is happening right there. So gents, you have to go through pain rather, if you are to succeed in anything, leave alone just the gym. If you're not going through pain in the gym, then just stop doing whatever you're doing, pack your bags and go home. These are some of my students doing bent over rows. Being a rugby player, you know, you are more often than not, you're finding yourself in that position where you are hinged, you know, and you have to take a tackle, your body having assumed that hinged position. So I find bent over rows to be very advantageous in building that strength in that particular position. So engaging your lats, engaging your back, strengthening your back, your glutes and your hamstrings, you know, as well. So you can notice the groin is groaning in pain and moaning. You cannot carve out anything without pain, at least not in the gym. Yeah, at least not in the gym. Maybe in your bedroom or in your whatever, in your room, that safe haven of yours, you can carve out something there. But if you want to produce results in the gym, you have to go through pain. I'm sure you guys will argue, and you can get down in the comment section and tell me which is the brutal sport that you have ever participated in or you've seen people playing. For my list is MMA. After MMA, maybe boxing, Greco-Roman, and rugby could come in at 3. So I think I've played the third most brutal sport in the entire world. Yeah. And I've represented my country. So I've played to that level. So sit down. I want to tell you 1 or 2 things about fitness. And you'll have to listen to me. Yes.